All right, well, it's the end of the year, Vin, and at the end of the year comes a lot of discussions about events next year, and we have an exciting event, we hope, for next year. I'm sure it will be, because Heather's involved, who I'm going to introduce in a second. But ultimately, I have always kind of associated health and wealth, so ironically enough, we've come up with this really brilliant name called Health and Wealth. For the seminar, we're doing 112. Then it's at 1 o'clock, 1 to 2:15. You need to RSVP by the 3rd. And part of the reason you want to RSVP by the 3rd is we have Sydney's come up with a really cool water bottle we're going to give out to everybody. So you want to let us know about that. Additionally, I think we need to know how many participants we're going to have at the event or watching the event on a Zoom. So you're going to get the Zoom link the Monday prior. Is that right, Vin?
Correct.
Okay. So you want to check this thing out. It's cool. We have Dr. Castro coming on, who most of you have seen before, who's my personal physician. And he's knowledgeable on all things health. He himself is a runner and a triathlete. And I think that's pretty cool, because sometimes you get a doctor and the doctor is like 70 pounds overweight and you're like, what? But I think it's important that you associate health and wealth, because without health, wealth is kind of pointless, I think. So at this point, I'm going to introduce Heather Kennedy.
Hello.
This is Heather, and Heather is actually our lovely Sydney's mother. So she's responsible for one of our wonderful team members who actually produces all of this stuff. But we asked Heather to participate because Heather is a yoga
Yes, I'm a yoga instructor.
Mm-hmm. I myself am a yoga guy, and I keep telling all of my friends they should be doing yoga, and then you know how dudes are. They're like, they don't want anything to do with it, but the reality is stretching and balance and all that stuff's very important. So Heather, tell us a little bit about how because I know there's a backstory to why you became the yoga guru that you are.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about your history, how you got there, and what these people can expect by tuning in.
Okay. Several years ago, I had to have spinal surgery, and that was just due to injuries that happened from intense exercise, if you will. I did years of CrossFit, nothing against it, actually loved it, but I hurt myself. And I also had done some other strenuous exercise regimens through the years, and through that, I ended up needing surgery. So needless to say, during my healing process, I was able to find yoga, chose to try yoga, and was amazed at how well I was able to transform how I felt in my life.
Yeah.
The type of yoga that I teach is called Core Integrated Alignment Yoga. It's exclusive to where I teach in the Orlando area. The owner of the studio created it.
Okay. Say it again.
Core Integrated Alignment Yoga.
It's going to be a test on that.
Yes. So basically we integrate the core, we align the body in a way that is therapeutic, so that ultimately our postures improve naturally over time with the
Makes
awareness.
Me want to sit up straight
it really is. It's incredible what happens when you line the body up well, breathe well, integrate the core, so that you're really using your whole body through the postures in the practice. But ultimately what happens, hopefully, with a regular practice is that you carry what you learn in the practice of yoga into your life, so that you're walking more upright, you're feeling fuller breath experience, you're connected more to the world, to the people around you. Mm-hmm. Ultimately, and when all is said and done, you're just feeling better.
Yeah.
You feel better. If you're already feeling good, you end up feeling even better than that.
Well, I think as we age, and I do yoga, as I've talked about way too many times on this, and I'm not an expert, and I'm I do a mean tree, I'm not kidding. I do a really badass tree. But beyond that, I do it almost every morning. And sometimes it's 2 minutes, sometimes it's 20 minutes. It's just whatever I feel like I have time for. And it's been critical as, I'm pushing up near 60 now. I'm not there yet, but get on my way. And for me to play golf, or for me to play tennis, or for me to even go on a hike. I mean, it requires me to stay in shape and to enjoy life. So all this... The folks that are on the other side of this camera, on average, are pretty successful economically. Because if they weren't, they wouldn't be here, right? But sometimes we have this economic success at the expense of our health, our well-being, and being connected to one another, as you said. And that sounds a little namby-pamby to some people, I think.
Yeah, a little woo-woo.
Not a little woo-woo, but not to me, because I get it. I mean, if you're not healthy, like, you're not present,
Yeah.
right? I know when I'm sick or I got a stinger in my back or whatever, I'm not as present as I could be.
Yes.
So I think this stuff is critical, and I'm going to encourage you to tune into this, because I think what you're going to show is that it doesn't require a ton of time or effort, right? Am I correct in that?
Yes, absolutely. I also want to touch on a point that you just made. When I was in a lot of pain, that caused a lot of stress and anxiety. Well, you know, I think there is possibly an epidemic of stress and anxiety throughout the world right now, even more so with everything that's happening.
There is no doubt.
Yeah, so in addition to relief from tightness and tension and pain in the body, usually we feel it around the neck, the back, the hips, throughout the body in different ways, practicing breath and focusing in the way that will be necessary. You won't need to worry about what to expect, because that's why I'm there.
Yeah.
So you show up and you just open mind and allow me to guide the practice, and what happens then is the anxiety and the mind stills a little bit over time, more and more and more. So not only does my body feel better through my practice of yoga, but my mind is more clear, I'm not as stressed, and that's where the openness comes to more peace.
Love it, love it. So, and I think what's really neat about this opportunity is it's a Zoom. So,
Yeah.
a lot of people are I know when I first did yoga, I was really self-conscious, because people were turning themselves into pretzels, and I was still trying to figure out how to reach the ground.
Yeah.
So it's intimidating sometimes, right? So this is an opportunity just to learn just a few, downward dogs and upward dogs and some whatever, tree or whatever it is you're into.
Yep.
Just a few things a day, I think, make a significant difference. So I'm excited about this. I appreciate you coming on. Again, Dr. Castro will also be on this, who's a complete stud when it comes to, he'll love me saying that, by the way, when it comes to athletics and taking care of your body. He's a private physician over in Winter Park. He has his own firm, concierge service, if you will. I love working with him. Obviously, Heather's going to be a great addition, so I'm excited. Again, the date is 1/12. It's from 1 to 2:15. Take a minute, zoom in, as we now say. You'll get the link on Monday, but go ahead and sign up in RSVP, right, Vin, by the 3rd, because we need to get you your water cup or your water thing. What's it called?
Water bottle.
Water bottle, okay. I thought there was a technical name. Water bottle with the Edgewater Family Wealth logo on it. I think you can go to edgewaterfamilywealth.com.
Yeah, we'll put the link down below.
The link will be on okay, so which will be below this video apparently. Vin's on top of everything. So again, 1/12, the date is 1/12, 1 to 2:15. Dr. Ivan Castro and Heather Kennedy will be there, and I will be somewhere in the background twisting myself into a pretzel. Happy New Year, happy holidays. We'll see you on the other side.